This is Kevin at Pope with a Pope's Perspective and my review of Isle of Dogs. Alright, now this review's coming a little late. It's probably been a couple months now. Yeah, it's been a couple months since I've seen the movie and just... my life's just been really crazy lately, and so I haven't got around to doing this review. And then I saw Incredibles 2, and I'm like, okay, I want to get the review for this one. But I still wanted to get my review for Isle of Dogs. So even though the film is still in theaters, maybe it's not in some theaters, but it's coming out soon to own. So hopefully this review will give you an idea of what to expect of the film if you want to check it out or not. So this is my review for Isle of Dogs. So the whole concept of Isle of Dogs is it takes place in Japan in the future, and there's been this epidemic of dog flu, and there's been concern that the dogs will be a danger to the people because the dog flu will get to the people and it could infect the people. So they banish all dogs to Trash Island. And first off, I have to say, this film, it's in stop motion, it's Wes Anderson, and it is just so beautifully crafted. I mean, the world they create, this is a world of Japan in the future, in this Wes Anderson universe. And if you're familiar with Wes Anderson, you will definitely recognize certain Wes Anderson tropes in this film. It is a Wes Anderson film. Most of the human characters do not speak English, okay? They're speaking in Japanese. I don't know Japanese, so I could be wrong, and maybe they invented a Japanese-like language, but I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. So none of the human characters speak English, so unless you know Japanese, you're not going to know what most of the human characters are saying unless it's subtitled. But the story really is about the dogs. Primarily, the main dog of the story is Chief, voiced by Bryan Cranston. And he goes, I think he has the biggest arc in the film, from where his character starts. He's a lone wolf dog. Okay, he's been out there, he's never had a master or anything, so he's got that gruffness to him. And then throughout the film, he goes through an arc, and where his character starts at the beginning of the film to the end of the film, I loved that journey. It was so much fun to watch and see where this dog ended up. So that was really great, and this film really works well in stop motion, and I love stop motion, how they create their own worlds. Okay, so even though it's a place of our world, but they're creating everything in stop motion, and so they can still create the world on how, okay, this is the stop motion Japan of the future, and as I said, it is just masterfully beautiful, and it's actually amazing how, it's definitely a Wes Anderson thing, the garbage is so neat and tidy on Trash Island, but it's still trash. And so the dogs, is that really going to be the place the dogs want to be the most? I mean, they've been there a while, they're dealing with it. And then there's something else, there's other things going on with the human side of the story. Like I said, most of the dialogue is not in English. And so, but the film is really from the dog's perspective. So the fact that we don't hear what the humans are saying, that's what the dogs would be getting. They don't hear what the humans are saying. They're just kind of figured out. This boy comes to go find his dogs, and the dogs are like, we get it. You're trying to find your dog, your pet dog. We'll help you. And so they go along to help this boy find his dog. And it's so sweet that this boy would go travel on this, hijack a plane. He hijacks a plane to go to this island so he can find his dog. I mean, that is so sweet. The one thing I would say about this film, and it may be a complaint for some people and it may not, the film is really, it kind of paints cat lovers in a negative light. There's this background of the film of resentment from the cat lovers with the dogs. And so it's not so much cats are the villain, but the cat lovers are kind of, there's something fishy going on. Like I said, you don't know everything that's going on, but you figure, I'm like, something's not right. Something's fishy's going on with this. And so if you're a cat lover, maybe that might put you off the wrong way. You're like, well, wait a minute, I like cats, I'm not bad, I like so, and maybe you like cats and you like dogs. But I'm personally a dog lover, so maybe I do have a bias. But that is one thing of the film that if you might be a little put off by that. But really, it's really not anti-cat. It's not anti-cat, it's not anti-lover of cats. It's just the antagonists of the film are cat lovers that have this resentment for dogs. And that's really more of where it's going from. So, but really overall, this is a fun film. Even if you're not a Wes Anderson fan, you may still get a kick out of this film. So, because I think story-wise, this is one of his best. Because like I said, Chief's story arc, I think that's where this story really shines, and it's really fun to see where that character goes. So Isle of Dogs, you get a chance, check it out. You may want to buy it, you may want to rent it, maybe it's, but I strongly recommend Isle of Dogs. And that's the Pope's perspective.